All right, welcome to the Explainer. So today we're going to do something that might sound a little crazy. We're going to take you from knowing absolutely zero Arabic to building your first real sentences. And we're going to do it in just a few minutes. Seriously. We're not talking about complex grammar or memorizing the whole alphabet. Just the core stuff to get you speaking like right now. You ever hear people speaking Arabic and think, man, I wish I knew what they were saying? Or maybe you just want to be able to say a few simple things yourself, but figured it's just way too hard to even try. Well, here's the deal. Stick with me for the next 5 minutes. That's it. And I promise you by the end of this, you will be building actual, useful sentences. You ready for this? Okay, let's jump right in. Okay, first things first. We're going to start with the most basic thing you can do in any language, which is just pointing at something and saying where it is. And believe it or not, we only need one single word to get started. And that word is هذا. Try saying that with me. هذا. It just means this is. Now for today, we're only going to be looking at masculine words, and this is the word you use for them. So, with just that one word, هذا, you've already got half of your first sentence unlocked. Pretty cool, right? Let's actually use it. You see a house. You can literally just point and say, هذا بيت. So you have هذا, this is, and بيت, a house. That's it. You just did it. You made your first complete sentence in Arabic. All right, let's keep this ball rolling. What about this? A book. How would you say it? You got it. It's the same pattern. هذا كتاب. See how that works? It's literally like snapping two Lego bricks together. This is a book. Okay, one last one to lock it in. A pen. You know what to do? Yep. هذا قلم. And there you go. Just like that, you can now point to things and name them. That's a huge first step. Awesome. So, naming things is cool, but describing them? That's when a language really starts to feel alive. So let's level up and start adding some details. So check out how easy this is. In English, we say a big house, right? Adjective first. But in Arabic, you just flip it. You say the thing first, and then you describe it. So you take our sentence, هذا بيت. This is a house. Then you grab an adjective like كبير, which means big, and you just stick it on the end. So you get هذا بيت كبير. It's like saying, this is a house, big. Super direct, super logical. Okay, so to make this useful, we need some descriptive words. And here's a little pro tip for learning any language. Learn words in opposite pairs. It basically doubles your vocabulary with the same amount of effort. So we've got kabirun for big, and its opposite, saghirun for small. We've got jadidun for new, and kadimun for old. And how about maftuhun for open, and maksurun for broken? All right, let's try this out. Remember that pen from before, the qalamun? Let's say it's a broken pen. We just use our new formula. It becomes هذا قلم مكسور. See? Now you're not just saying what things are, you're telling us something about them. Okay, so you've got objects down, you can name them, you can describe them, but what about people? Let's switch gears and start talking about individuals. So instead of saying this is, we need a word for he. And in Arabic, that word is huwa. Pretty simple, right? Huwa. Now here's something really cool about Arabic. The word is just implied. You don't even have to say it. So the sentences stay super clean and to the point. So to talk about people, let's grab a few common jobs. First up, we have tabibun. That's a doctor. Then there's talibun, a student. And mudarrisun, which is a teacher. Just 3 useful words to get us started. And guess what? The pattern is exactly the same as before. You just put the pieces together. You take he, which is huwa, and add the profession. So, he is a doctor is just huwa tabibun. That same Lego block idea works for people just like it did for objects. Simple and consistent. Okay, making statements is great, but conversations aren't just one person talking, right? It's time we learn how to ask questions so we can actually interact with people. Now this is really important. In Arabic, you use a different word depending on whether you're asking about a thing or a person. If you're pointing at an object and you want to ask, what is this, you use the word ma. So, ma hadha. But if you're pointing to a person, you use man. Who is this becomes man hava. It's a small but critical difference. Okay, get ready for this because this is just awesome. You want to turn any statement we've learned into a yes or no question? All you have to do is add one little sound to the front, the sound That's it. So our sentence, this is a house, هذا بيت, becomes هذا بيت, is this a house? How easy is that? That has to be one of the most efficient tricks in any language.
And of course, if you ask a question, you need to know the answers, and they are just as simple. For yes, it's nam, and for no, it's le. That's all you need.
All right, let's just pause for a second and look at what you've done. In just a couple of minutes, you didn't just memorize a list of words. You've actually built a whole toolkit for making sentences. Let's recap what's in that toolkit.
I mean, look at this. You can now point to an object and name it. You can describe that object. You can identify a person by what they do. You can ask, what is this? And who is this? And you can turn any of those statements into a yes-no question. These aren't just phrases. These are formulas. You can plug new words into these patterns and create tons of new sentences. And let's not forget the words themselves. If you count them up, the nouns, adjectives, pronouns, all of it, you've got more than 20 new Arabic words in your back pocket. That is a seriously solid start. And honestly, this is the most important thing to remember. You didn't just learn a bunch of words. You learned the system. You learned how to put the pieces together. It's like we didn't just give you a fish. We showed you how to build the fishing rod. So just think about that for a second. 5 minutes ago, you might have known zero Arabic. But now you can actually look at the world around you and identify things, describe them, and even ask questions about them in a whole new language. You have the tools. So the only real question is, what are you going to build next?